Hi everybody, Varangian Gamer here, and we're back with the Danelaw in Crusader Kings 3. Okay, so we have been betrothed to the King of Denmark, and I think we had to promise a grand wedding to persuade the King of Denmark, who is now 16, yes, because we can get married. I think he was 13 at the time. We had to promise a grand wedding. So he's 16, we can get married, and we've got 4 years to fulfill the promise. Now we want to get married really as quickly as possible because none of our children are of our destiny. Yeah, they're of House Hedderbeer. So we need to get married and have the nuptials, I guess. So yeah, so we need to get married. We've got plagues going on as usual, and we were fighting in a couple of wars for our betrothed, and one of which is still ongoing. For the war for the Earldom of Lothian, and Alba, Scotland, or the Gaelic Scots are, yeah, they've got an army of 2,400 and 2,500, and between us, yeah, I think this might be a war we end up losing. So we can't quite afford it, but we can pay for it, so we'd go into debt, which won't help our cause in the war. But is the war already a lost cause, I wonder? So I wonder whether to just move ahead with the wedding. Sorry, I've got a cup of tea as well. Do we risk, because if Áslaug dies, we do have a player heir of, well, even, oh yeah, no, he's not our dynasty. Or I don't know what's going to happen. All the hard work of Fitzek's, the Fitzek dynasty, could be lost unless we get married and have a child as soon as. What have we got here? We've got ransom. Yeah, let's hold off. Can we win this war? I don't think I can raise any more. Let's bring our army this way. Oh yeah, we only got another 8. There's 174 somewhere behind here. Yeah, there. That might join as well. A courtier between friends. My vassal has honoured me with a visit and brought one of his courtiers along. Well met, Queen Áslaug. It occurred to me that Ed fled here might be of your service in your court. She'd make a good spy master. Yeah, she can join our court. Not a bad prowess as well, actually. Let's slow down a second so we don't get caught out. Okay, merge us together. So between us we've got about 3,000. We could win one of those. Who's the leader? King Aeld Naked of Alba. Where is he located? He's located in Dunbar, which, yeah, so he's leading an army, I guess. I just wondered whether we could have besieged a castle and maybe captured him to end the war. What about taking back Lanarkshire? We've got a dangerous faction. No. And no. Powerful vassals want positions, but they're just not good enough. Let's ransom. I think that's gone down by 20. We should have maybe taken it when it was 50, because that could help with the grand wedding when all is done. A new martial perk. Will make our knights more effective. Well, a little war there. Here they come. I think they're coming for us. They are indeed, and yeah, the Denmark's running away. Great. I think this is a war that is not going to be won. Can I escape in time? No, they've caught us. Denmark going to come back and help? They're not. Fantastic. They've gone to fight another war. So we've lost some legitimacy there. Come on, Jarl Svanhilda. Serve me well. And was that the same one who just passed away? Maimed by a wild beast. Oh, a spy master, then perhaps Aelfled could have done it, but maybe it's better to give it our vassal. He is slightly better too. Right, I am going to disband the army. It'll take 3 months to raise again, but I think Denmark is just going to have to face the fact that they're going to lose Lothian. Let's just have a quick look at this. We've got 2. Who wants Lower Crown authority? The Earldom of Northampton. And these want independence. Okay. Is our... Let's go back to organising the army. See if we can get... yeah, they're all 100% control. Let's organise our levies. See if we can get our army back to a fuller strength. And we will plan the grand wedding. Grand wedding, confirm. Where are we going to have the grand wedding? Well, surely in Bamberg, our capital. We don't have a travel issue. The entertainment, home entertainment, acrobats and musicians, troubadours and exotic fiends. I mean, Áslaug sees this as a means to an end wedding. The grand wedding was just what was needed. So we're going to go So on a romantic start, we're going to go cheap as chips. Home entertainment. A generous feast, a modest feast, or a gargantuan meal. No, there's a play going on. We are not having gargantuan meals. A modest feast. Let's see whether this does match in with a calm, brave and patient, and a flamboyant trickster. Yeah, I don't think she would go for anything too over the top. Wedding venue, some wildflowers, garlands and torches, silver and gold. Wildflowers. Not enough wildflower meadows these days, so yes, let's use them. And that's brought that cost down nicely. There we go. A thrifty wedding, I think, is in order. A secret exposed. The secret truth has reached the light of day. My vassal Earl Vemunder has had an extramarital affair with his lover, Wulfthrift. How could he defile the sanctity of his marriage? I think this crime cannot go unpunished. Hereswith was fathered by none other than him. Who would have known? She looks lovely in her in her wedding attire, which is basically the same attire but with I guess they are wildflowers around her head. More enemies. And now then, are they going to start besieging in my territory? I don't want that to happen. Grand wedding. The wedding ceremony starts. It always feels amazing when you've been planning for something for so long and spent so much money on it. Not so much money, but we've spent a bit of money on it. And then it's finally here. Everything is ready. The decorations are in place, the cheap decorations. The guests are mingling. The servants scurry around with loaded dishes, but not the gargantuan feast. I am pacing around in excitement and nervousness when my future spouse, King Ivar, appears radiant in his finest attire. We are ready to begin. I can't wait. Artistic differences. As if organising a wedding worthy of my family's stature wasn't stressful enough, I also have to deal with Ivar's relatives. Always problems at weddings. His sister, Tora, arrived bright and early today and has been following me around ever since, complaining about this or that non-stop. I feel a splitting headache growing behind my eyes and she continues blabbering undeterred. Are you sure you have enough servants for this? You're not expecting me to carry the veal cutlets, are you? Legend says at my great-grandfather's wedding the servants were so numerous that their hats would obscure the sun. Okay. So many servants, their hats would obscure the sun. A diplomacy challenge, which we are not particularly diplomatic. I like that one. I don't see you paying for anything, so shut up. Yes. This is our wedding, not yours. However, she would gain for it just because she's patient, so yeah, this option is available because of our recreation intent. It's going to be just fine. Relax. Yeah, Áslaug seems quite chilled. It's going to be fine. I've been noticing the crowd of commoners surrounding the event for a while. What I didn't expect was to see a small troop of them assaulting the kitchens and trying to guzzle down as much wine and fresh quail as they can. How did they get in? Kick them out. A martial challenge that is in our favour. Or just let them join the merriment. See, I quite like that idea. That's because I was not born of noble stock. Um, she's not, what's the word, arrogant or anything like that. So, yeah, let's join in the merriment. Right, I'm just going to pause a little bit because I want to keep an eye on what's going on in this war that Ivy's going to lose. We're all right for the moment. Lost for words. My head throbs with the noise of clattering furniture and chattering guests. The strain must show, because my mother, Áslaug, takes my arm and steers me into the next room. The sound of preparations die away. We speak of small things, times past, people we've known, not a word about the wedding. Then we run out of words and fall silent. We could enjoy a quiet moment together. I think that's nice. Mother and daughter. Or tell Áslaug af Crusader how much it means to have them here. Absolutely. Okay, yeah, Cumberland is under siege, so let's see what goes on here and then we'll have a look at the war again. Religious complaints. Everyone is excited and amazed by the magnificence of the wedding venue. Everyone but Chiefess Sigridor. Since her arrival, Sigridor has been prowling, searching for any pretext to complain. Oh, honestly, why did you bother coming? Are you wearing makeup? Those colourful veils are sinful. What's with all the unchaste mingling? Is this all a show of luxury and lust? All right, God, who's she? Who is she? House Ivering. Yeah. I am ashamed of myself. No, you're not. No, you're not, Áslaug. This is your wedding. Guards accompany this killjoy to the door. Yeah. I'll pretend I didn't hear anything. Or, yes, and I'm going to enjoy it too. And absolutely, this is your wedding, Áslaug. You enjoy it. Okay, nothing happening there, so let's close this down. So, Cumberland is under siege. Where are all those armies now? Have they moved one of them elsewhere? Because we could potentially, if we can raise 2,200. Presumably there's an army here. Yeah, hidden. Well, let's unpause and see what happens. Okay, they are moving off, I believe, out of Cumberland, so that's fine. That's good. Back to the wedding. The wedding ceremony. The ceremony went on a blur. I can barely remember all the steps, rituals and blessings I went through. And now it's time for our vows, the formal consent, the actual seal on the marriage. Do I want to spend the rest of my life with Ivor? I guess we could back out here. I mean, this is a political marriage, Áslaug. Don't forget that. You're marrying him so your children can inherit both kingdoms. It's for the glory of the dynasty and family. So we would marry King Ivor, gain some piety, he'd gain piety. We would get ruler's grand wedding. So yeah, nice development, growth and popular opinion and sanctified renown. I don't. There will be consequences. Well, yes, we are. I do. Bless them. Oh, the wedding banquet now, okay. As the ceremony concludes and we all move to the banquet venue, I secretly smile to myself, picturing the joys to come from my married life with Ivor. Not everyone can be so lucky to marry such a likeable person. I wish everyone to share on my happiness, and let's all tuck in. Good on you, Áslaug. Is he a nice man? He's temperate, calm, but deceitful. Can't have it all your own way, I guess. Enjoy. A troubled cousin. The pleading gaze I receive from my cousin, Colvine, is taking on a desperate tone. A group of guests are approaching the corner he has hidden all evening, and the walls are hindering his escape. To think a Jarl would act in such a way. So I could distract the converging guests and help Jarl Kolbein, and we'd get a weak hook on him. Or we embarrass him, let's say, or make him the focus of attention by making him tell us a story. Yeah, I don't think we'd do that. That seems a bit mean. Áslaug has been quite content at her wedding, letting everybody join in. We will, and you know, a weak hook is quite useful and may be useful to help get him to vote the way we want him to vote in the future. Food fit for a, well, you'd say king and queen since it's our wedding, but yes. By any reasonable standard, the evening's food is an exciting melody of textured flavours and spectacle, though this is a particularly special occasion. Near my seat, both Reeve Shalraid and Jarl Kolbein share their opinions about the spread. A good level. A good level? Notes Shalraid, turning over a chunky morsel. Too much fanciful decoration is an invitation for poison. I'm not sure why the course progression is so rushed, Kolbein complains. It took everyone forever to get here, and now we're speeding through the meal. Yes, you've come, you're having the meal, and then we want you gone. I picked the dishes myself personally. We'd get to a friendship with Reeve. He's our, the Reeve of Doncaster, which seemed to be a bit of a cursed chalice, I think, didn't it? He's my Chancellor, and he's my Marshal. Plus 54, plus 22. Okay. Yes, Colby, things aren't quite how I imagined them. Or nod along without paying a great deal of attention. Yeah, we're just kind of amusing our guests. We let's see the wedding out, but we can get a dynasty legacy as well. And another thing, every feast, there's always one. Every single feast. The long-winded, ill-born, pissant, cornering people who just will not be silent. This time it's Ulfhedin. He's deeply confusing. His words clearly make no sense to him, but they sound almost entirely unconnected to me. It's been half an hour of trying to figure out what part of this my conversation is. What my part of this conversation is. I am going to scream. Has he been on the ales, on the free bar too much? Gently exit the conversation, which is a diplomacy challenge and not one that it looks like we would win. I mean, just basically shut up. Yeah, snooty, that was one of the words I was thinking of earlier, but we're not really that snooty. That's very interesting. So an intrigue challenge, which we don't look like we'd win, but the negative outcome is not really negative. You are tactful and nothing more. We'd gain approachable. Okay. Or grin and bear it. Yeah, grin and bear it, because yeah, there's always that person, like she says, and it's another weak hook. So yeah, I like that. Shimmering, shining. The banquet hall's trimmings are beautiful, a medley of murals and rare flowers. No, they're the local wildflowers. Even if they're not strictly the most expensive available. Absolutely not. Value for money. Near my seat, both Jarl Offiger and Earl Helgi share their opinions on the decorations. How interesting. Let's see who likes them. Wonderful, chortles Offiger. Enough frippery to make it special, not enough to outshine happy couple. Exactly. To me, it feels like the event was oversold, Helgi complains. Why invite so many if this was all that could be afforded? Well, that's where you're mistaken. We could afford more, we just chose not to. I think we go for I picked the decorator myself, and yeah, Helgi, just keep your opinions to yourself on decorations. You come back to me when you're a wedding planner. What's happening in this war? It's probably not going to finish this episode, is it? But still losing it, which is no surprise. No surprise. Let's continue with the wedding. Quite the spectacle. Though not the absolute grandest affair, the evening's entertainments are still an exciting array of actors, acrobats, jugglers and more. I'm sure I didn't pay for all those. Near my seat, both Jarl Olfiger and Jarl Tosted share their opinions on the display. The perfect amount of performers to be seemly, nods Olfiger. I like this guy. I was hoping for more variety, honestly, Toasty whinges. You can always grab more jobbing types from any old town after all. Well, Olfiger, we are glad you are enjoying it. Yes, he has become a good friend. The wedding night starts. Oh, hello. Avert your gaze. The feast has started winding down, and everyone's sated and tired, but the day is not over for Ivor and me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm getting all excited. A procession of guests leads us to our bedchamber, for the legitimacy of a wedding depends on it being consummated. It's time. Oh my. I mean, 28 days, that said. 28 days after we were put to bed. Not even got in bed yet. Ivor and I are led to the chambers by the raucous wedding party, the echoing shouts and laughter heralding the bedding ceremony. Riksgodi Elifia blesses our marital bed before tucking us in. Oh, tucking us in with a hot cocoa, pouring cups of strong spiced wine and directing us to drink them. We turn to look at each other, both tense with expectation, and the party files out. Whew, thank God for that. The door slams behind the last of the witnesses, the raucous party continuing down the hall, though the families are no doubt listening. Oh gosh, come here, I've been waiting for this all night. 96% our husband is flattered. The key thing is we lay with King Ivor. Yes, we need, or we would like, a child and an heir sooner rather than later. Or, yeah, we could go to bed. Oh, yawn, I'm suddenly so sleepy. Oh, I think I'll need more wine for this. That's kind of rude, isn't it? Yeah, we will go. I mean, surely Ivor is not going to be disgusted. Surely. Yes, he's going to be fine. Going to be fine. Our husband is flattered. Of course he is. Grand wedding, the conclusion. When, finally, the last guest leaves, I look around at the deserted venue, the food leftovers, the spilled wine on the floor, the echoes of people's laughter still lingering in the air, and feel satisfied. What an amazing day. I did a very fine job organising it. Thank you all for coming. Excellent, that was nice. Married King Ivor, gained 400 prestige, gained 10 eager reveller traits, 30 gold. Where did we get the 30 gold from? Wedding gifts, lost 39 stress, gained 100 legitimacy. Yeah, all in all went well. Then there's that bottom line. The magnificence of the wedding venue felt lacking. Everyone's a cricket. A cricket? A critic. Thank you all for coming. Excellent. So we are married. And all that within half an hour. So not a lot really. The progression with the war went Alba's way. And in the next episode, we shall pick up on the perks, the legacy dynasty. We seem to have, oh yeah, that's the legacy perk, isn't it? And then maybe turn our attentions back to the war, perhaps. We shall see whether we can pull this one out of the fire. But let's hope we can get a child before either Áslaug or Ivor pegs it, and we lose this fantastic opportunity. So thanks for joining me again. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, that would be fantastic. Hopefully the sound's going to be okay again. Last episode seemed to be all right, so fingers crossed this one's been okay. And yes, I'll see you soon, but in the meantime, look after yourselves and cheers.